keep having several people asking me different questions. And so I'm going to answer some of the questions that I've had recently. And one of the first questions I had is, how do we let go of some past traumatic events that have happened to us? And what I've realized the more and more I've been mentoring people is there's a lot of junk that have happened in our lives that we just keep holding on to and refusing to let go. And so this question is just perfect. I'm going to try to shift just a bit here and hopefully get a better, so that my face doesn't look like it's glowing. I don't know. But recently, this individual, she's gone through some serious trauma. A lot of sexual abuse, a lot of physical abuse, a lot of mental abuse, emotional abuse. And she's now been struggling with this and holding on to this pretty much since she was probably about 4 years old. And she's now in her 40s, 50s. And this trauma that's happened to her is just, she's talked to therapists. She's talked to a ton of different therapists. And she's talked to, psychiatrists and trying to work through that. She's got all kinds of issues that have come up because of it, from just different disorders and struggles that she's having. And what I realize is we all have different traumatic events that we have in our life that we've never learned how to deal with. And so that's what this episode is today, is to answer a question regarding that. Is what do I do? How do I move forward when I've had some trauma in my life that I just haven't been able to get past? It could be divorce. It could be a death in the family. It could be some kind of abuse. It could be any number of things. Witnessing your favorite animal dying. Well, I've talked about this before. Is one of the let go techniques is to write it down, is to take and journal, to go through the process of writing down your frustrations, your feelings, your concerns, how I'm feeling, then going through the process of tearing up and letting go. For some people that works extremely well. For other people, not so well. So I wanted to give you another technique that has helped other people. And this is, you may kind of think it's silly, but that's okay. It's called talking to the tree. When we have a lot of built up frustration, anger, resentment, and we want to let it go, we actually want to tell the person, but we know that wouldn't accomplish anything. If anything, it would just make things worse. And this can go for even if just you're having a fight with somebody and you need to just let it go. Go to a tree. A tree can handle it. And you let all that anger, frustration out. You yell at it, you scream at it, you call it every name in the book that you want to call this other individual. You swear at it. Let it go. This is a technique that has worked for a lot of people. It's a simple technique, but it is a powerful one. And as you're venting and you're just letting this tree have it, if you're concerned about the tree, that's why you talk to a tree. It can handle the negative energy. It is actually grounded. It has roots that go deep into the earth that allow the negative energy that it may be experiencing to be filtered. And if you do this with a plant, a small plant or something, you'll kill it. It's absolutely kind of fascinating to see that negative energy will actually destroy other things. And if you sit and I've got a bunch, I'm outside, and I'm looking at all kinds of little saplings and different things that are coming up. If I was just to yell at it and scream at it, or if I had an animal and I was yelling and screaming at it, we are actually killing that thing. And so we don't want to expend this energy to something that cannot handle it. But a big, mature tree can handle it. It can handle all the anger, all the venting, all the frustration that you can throw at it. And you actually will get a mutual benefit, because you're expelling the negative energy, it's receiving the carbon dioxide, and then afterwards, I know it sounds silly and woo-woo, but hey, until you try it, you don't know. but then express gratitude to the tree for being there and allowing you to vent. Now I know there's going to be some of you thinking this guy's quacky and wacky, whatever. This works. It's just another simple let go technique that will work to help you vent, to get it out of you. I've helped many couples who are struggling, where the wife is extremely frustrated with the husband, and really in the past they've yelled at each other. Well, that never accomplishes anything. They've gone and they've thrown things at each other. That doesn't accomplish anything. They've gone and they've pounded their fist on different things, and that works a little bit, but you're still not getting that verbal release as well. To where I introduced this concept of talking to the tree, and it has done phenomenal things for this couple, because now they're able to focus on the relationship and building the relationship instead of expending the energy, that negative yuck that we build up over time. Instead of expending all of that, they're able to focus on each other. That's been a powerful experience for this couple. So if you're having a challenging relationship, talk to a tree. It's a wonderful, beautiful technique that works. It doesn't matter what the relationship, who you're angry at, talk to a tree. It can handle it. So I've got a few people on, I see. Do you have any questions? Post your questions. I would, excuse me. I would love to make this a little more interactive with you and what you're struggling with and what your challenges are and how to handle something. It can be from relationships to parenting. I've got many years of knowledge and knowledge beyond my years that I can help you with, and I would love to. But talking to a tree is such a fantastic, amazing let go technique that if you implement it in your life and you do it regularly, you'll be able to experience the power from it. Now we're going to go a little deeper into the woo-woo end. After you're done talking to the tree, take off your shoes and your socks and walk in the grass, assuming you're not allergic to the grass or anything like that. If it's wet grass, it will even be more effective. You will experience something that's called grounding. And when you ground yourself, you're allowing yourself to release the negative energy, the earth to take the negative energy from you. I know this sounds quacky, but I have witnessed, I have seen where they've taken I don't remember this test exactly. It's like a spectrogram or something like that, where they're filming the person and they're on their phone, which has a lot of radiation, a lot of radioactivity, and it creates a lot of anger and stress. And they took this person on the phone and they're filming them. And when they're first filming them, they're in their reds and their deep yellows and oranges and stuff like that, which is negative energy, which is actually destructive to the body. And then they told this person, and so I was there, I witnessed this, I saw this myself. They told the person, okay, now step onto this patch of grass. And all they did was they cut out a piece of grass and brought it into the trade show. And they told them to step on this grass. Well, as the person was stepping over, literally as they were stepping over, you could instantly, the closer they got to the grass, you could see their body chemistry start to change, that their colors started to change. And then they had 1 foot on the grass and 1 foot on the cement inside the trade show room. And you could see on the left-hand side where he was at, it was all reds and oranges, but you saw these blues and these greens, which are powerful and healing and calming, that were starting to kind of come up from the other side. And then they told him to put both his feet on the grass. And so he did. He stepped fully both of his feet on the grass. And then he had all these blues and greens throughout his body, except for where his phone was at. And his phone had the reds and the oranges still. And they told him to turn off his phone. And as soon as he turned off his phone, his whole body ignited in blues and greens. It was amazing. Well, this same thing they did with somebody without the phone. And then I did it. It was amazing. So the grass literally has healing properties just by being barefoot, by making and touching ground to it. It's called grounding, and it works. It's amazing. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please ask them. Post them in the comments below. Please share this. I will take and answer your questions each week if I get some. Otherwise, I'll just post what comes to mind. Thank you for listening. You are amazing. You really, really are amazing. Thank you for following. Thank you for tuning in. Share this. There's somebody out there that needs this information today. I don't know who, but I felt inspired that that's what I was supposed to talk about. And so I know there's somebody out there that needs this today to help improve your relationship or theirs. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And please share this. You are amazing.